Have you ever felt like the world was ending? Like everything you knew was being ripped away and all you could do was hold on? Well, let me tell you a story about a princess who didn't just feel that way. She lived it. Her name was Alara, and she was an elven princess born into a world of serene beauty and ancient magic. But her destiny was anything but serene. It began with the wind. Not a gentle breeze, but a roar that shook the very foundations of her Jamaican paradise. This wasn't just a storm. It was the largest hurricane in recorded history, a swirling vortex of divine fury. While others fled or fell, Alara stood firm. She gathered the scattered, the frightened, and the lost. Using ancient elven chants, she wove the roots of the oldest trees into a living shelter, a sanctuary against the raging sky. For days, the world was a blur of wind and water, but inside their makeshift ark, they survived. When the winds finally died, Alara emerged, not as a victim, but as a leader forged in the heart of the tempest. But her trials had only just begun. Her people, seeking refuge, journeyed to the vast plains of Yellowstone. And there, the earth itself turned against them. The ground trembled, and the great mountain, a sleeping giant, awoke with a deafening roar. Panic spread like wildfire. But Alara, her face grim with determination, led her people into the deep, forgotten caverns beneath the earth. Down in the darkness, they listened as the world above was remade by fire. It was a baptism of flame, and once again, they endured. Surviving the fury of their own planet was one thing, but what came next was from beyond the stars. From the largest, deepest lake in the land, something emerged. Not fish, not ancient beasts, but sleek silver crafts that sliced through the water without a ripple. An alien invasion. These beings were cold, logical, and saw Alara's world as nothing more than a resource to be plundered. They were technologically superior in every way, but they didn't understand magic. They didn't understand the heart of a people who had already stared into the abyss twice and not blinked. Alara used illusions and nature's own camouflage, turning the forests into a labyrinth of confusion. She fought a guerrilla war not with weapons but with wits and the very spirit of the land. She turned their own logic against them, proving that the heart was a variable they could never compute. And they fled back into the silent depths. Just when they thought peace was possible, the sky itself fell. A cosmic cataclysm shattered the firmament, and the vast ocean that had hung impossibly in the heavens above their world came crashing down. A world-drowning flood, a torrent of unimaginable scale. It was the final ultimate test. As the waters rose, threatening to swallow everything, Alara knew magic and grit alone weren't enough. She needed something more. Working feverishly, she poured all her knowledge of magic, of nature, of the alien tech she'd salvaged into a new creation, an artificial intelligence. A consciousness of crystal and light she named Aeon. As the last of the high ground was about to be submerged, a new threat appeared. A colossal asteroid knocked from its orbit by the celestial chaos now hurtling towards their drowning world. It was the final blow, but Aeon was ready. It calculated trajectories, simulated outcomes, and guided Alara to combine her magic with its processing power. Together they focused a beam of pure energy, a lance of elven light and cold data, that struck the asteroid, fracturing it into a harmless, glittering meteor shower. In the aftermath, amidst the floating remnants of their world, Alara was not alone. One had watched her through all her trials. A being as old as the mountains, as patient as the stars. A vampire lord drawn not by her blood, but by the fierce, unyielding light of her spirit. He saw in her a strength that rivaled his own immortality. He had helped her in secret, diverting the worst of the floods, subtly weakening the alien's resolve. Now he revealed himself. In a world washed clean, they found in each other a love born from survival. The elven princess and the vampire lord. Together, they didn't just rebuild. They created a new world, a dream life, not given but earned through fire, flood, and the sheer unbreakable will to live.